Welcome, Commander. Choose if you want to hear the basic information about the map, watch an example build order, or try the build order yourself.
Welcome to the Supreme Commander Forged Alliance Forever map tutorial. This tutorial will teach you about the classic 1v1 map Loki. Let's get started. Loki is a 10 by 10 kilometer land map, the most played format in 1v1. This map is suitable for a lot of different strategies, but we will stick to T1 land spam at first. For now, let's take a look at the key features of the map. You start in one corner of the map with 4 mass extractors. The back of your base is pretty safe against raiding, and the Hydra will offer you a nice power boost. This reclaim is important to boost your build order. Your first and most important expansion is this one. As you can see, there are 3 mexes and a lot of reclaim. If you manage to secure it and get NGs here to reclaim, you are going to have a strong early game economy. Don't rush for the civilians, they don't give a lot of mass. Some more mexes here. Those don't really count as an expansion. Most of the time, 3 or 4 mexes in one spot are called an expansion. Here in the corner with 4 mexes is the biggest expansion on your side of the map. There is a small pond between your base and the expansion, which only hover or amphibious units can cross, which means it is difficult to reinforce that position from your main base. However, it can also be helpful as it blocks ground access to your base, unless enemy hover or amphibious units exist. This 3-mex expansion is very close to the one in the corner. If you manage to secure this expansion, the one behind is generally protected aside from aerial drops. To achieve that, we will send the ACU to this position. The direct path to the main base of your opponent is only a small choke. This is an obstacle for your armies, so better avoid it with bigger forces. If your units are split up by the terrain or buildings, the enemy will find it easy to destroy them. The main area where army maneuvers will take place are these plateaus.
Let's watch an example build order now. Hold down your shift key to see the command view of the units. You can also select the ACU, engineers or factories to see their build queue. In case you need a bit more time to follow the build order, you can adjust the speed with the plus or minus keys, or pause the game with a pause button on the top of the middle of the screen.
A land factory is built first, followed by 2 power generators and 2 mass extractors. Then 3 more PGens and 1 land factory. After that, again 3 PGens, but this time an air factory. After finishing all buildings, the ACU will move to the hillside expansion and build a land factory there before moving further to the north. The factory builds 3 engineers, then 1 tank and 1 scout to protect your expanding engineers or for raiding enemy NGs. After that, 3 more NGs and 1 tank plus scout, then follow this up by an equal mix of NGs and tanks. Changing the factory rally point will also affect which way the units will leave the factory. You can save some time by doing that. The first NG builds the other 2 mexes in the starting position, and then takes the western route towards the top left expansion. It will build those 2 mexes and a Hydra with radar on its way there. After crossing the pond, build a land factory first to secure the expansion. In case your engineer gets killed, it will be faster to rebuild it from that factory rather than having to send a new one from the main base. The second NG will reclaim the rocks near the base. Your third NG should go to the hillside expansion and build the mexes there. Once they are up, reclaim the rocks. These NGs will be protected by your first tank. Send a scout with it to spot the incoming units sooner. The second factory will be your main land factory. Queue up a mix of 5 tanks, 1 land scout, 2 arties, and set the waypoint out of your base. Don't forget to set the factory on a repeat build. Fourth NG expands east. It is likely that this NG won't be able to secure the 3-mex expansion, but you might get some mass before the enemy is there to destroy it. Order the 5th NG to assist your ACU to get the buildings done faster. Your 6th NG also goes to the hillside expansion to reclaim rocks. The air factory builds a queue of 1 air scout and 3 interceptors. That way you always have air scouts available, and their existence should remind you to scout. By the time your 7th NG is built, the ACU will be done building and leaves the base. At that point, select both NGs in your base and build 3 more PGens and 4 more land factories. The ACU will move to the hillside expansion to build a factory there. After that, continue to the north for the expansion with 3 mexes. The 8th NG assists building the land factories. All other land factories should assist the 2nd land factory. The next 2 NGs will build more PGens, because you will need a lot of power as soon as you get all the reclaim from the hillside expansion. Don't forget to include 1 energy storage to more easily manage your power situation and to be able to overcharge with your ACU. The ACU is now building the factory on the hillside expansion. This factory will produce only NGs to reclaim the stones as fast as possible. Now you have a running base and a good amount of land spam going. Multiple options are available. You can either build more land factories or upgrade your mexes one by one, assisting with your NGs which were previously building factories. If you watch replays of high-level players on this map, you're going to notice that they're using a different build order, but that build is more complex and requires more experience. The build order you just saw is designed to be simple but still effective. Good luck, Commander.